Do you want to learn how to become a god at boxing people like a fish? Well, I'm going to teach you how in this video. You will be able to do this no matter what your skill level is right now, but higher skill players will learn this technique a little bit faster, but just keep at it. My name is RichGamerX, and I've been playing Fortnite since Season 1, but it wasn't until recently that my KD started to improve rapidly. So I'm going to show you 5 key steps on exactly how to practice to get your mechanics prepared for boxing people up and how to apply those steps in a real game consistently. Steps 1 through 3 focus on the mechanics that you will need, but if your mechanics are already cracked, then skip ahead to steps 4 and 5. I will leave a timestamp down below right there. If you do this practice routine for an hour a day for 1 week and practice the way I tell you, then your timing will become so good you will literally be piece controlling everyone. But that's it for the intro. Let's get into the content. Okay, start by going into your own custom creative map. You don't need anything fancy for this. I just made one that has a chest with a scar and a gold pump in it since those are the main guns that I use in the game. Start the game and grab your guns. Now, build up 3 layers, and here's the foundation of how to learn the box fight people mechanically. Step 1. Begin by practicing this series of edits. Build a floor, ramp, and wall. Edit through the ramp and wall and continue this series. If you haven't tried this before, it's going to seem very difficult, but start slow and practice until this gets your timing down. And then you can run at full speed while doing these edits, and that's going to be your goal, to run this full speed while editing. This step will take the majority of your time. I spent 4 hours on this step before I felt like I was being more consistent than not, so keep it up and be patient. Comment down below if you think you can make it through step 1, because it is kind of tough. If you play on controller and you just can't make these edits fast enough at a running speed, consider raising your sensitivity a little bit, or at least increasing your build sensitivity. Once you can edit through these at a running speed 5 times in a row without messing up, then you can move on to step 2. Step 2. This is the same step as step 1, but in reverse direction. You want to practice this until you can edit through at a running speed 5 times in a row. Once again, it might take some time, so be patient and try to have fun with it. Now on to step 3. Step 3. Once you master steps 1 and 2, step 3 is going to seem much easier. Step 3 involves editing down to box your opponent. It's almost like you're build fighting your opponent, and your opponent gets underneath you, and you immediately edit down, trap him in your box, and you have a free elimination. So the beginning is the same as steps 1 and 2 with a floor and ramp. Then edit the ramp, open the floor, build a ramp down followed by walls around the floor, and that's it. Full speed should look like this. So if you did this correctly, your opponent should now be underneath your ramp. After successfully editing down, work around to the side and pop a right-handed window peek for an easy box like a fish elimination. Step 4. So this is the step that we take our mechanics and make them practical, which is hard to do because there are a lot of creative warriors out there, but very few people who can actually translate that into a real game. So if you practice like I'm about to tell you, this step will become second nature, because you don't want to think about this when you're in a game. You want it to be muscle memory. But to get there, this is how you practice it. Begin this step by imagining that you are build fighting someone. Now use floor, wall, ramp to gain height. And now just picture that you noticed you got height right above them. So immediately edit. So this is where you're going to go back to those mechanics you just learned. Edit down, work your way around to the right side, window peek, easy. Step 5. Now you're going to want to take everything that you've learned and jump into a creative zone war or box fight to practice your new mechanics. What you want to do is look for those same opportunities to edit down on someone just like you did while in your creative map. At this point, you don't want to focus on how many kills you can get. You want to focus on how many kills you can get by boxing somebody. And if you find out you can't get any kills by boxing somebody, either go to an easier creative map or jump back into your own creative world and continue practicing. The beauty of practicing this way is that it makes your edit timing fast and accurate. And you'll notice that you'll be piece controlling many more people than you ever did before.
My wall.
And if your gaming setup is not amazing, or you don't have the right equipment, go ahead and check out my links in the description. I put all the stuff that I use in the description, and I used a plan controller before I switched to mouse and keyboard, so I have a link to one of the best controllers out there as well. So if this video helped you at all, or you consider giving this video a shot, smash that like button, subscribe, and stay sweaty, my friends. Till next time, later.